7:04. Start the public hearing in the town of Anson, recreational marijuana ordinance to include medical marijuana.
Yes, so the town already has a recreational marijuana ordinance. All what we're doing is including the medical marijuana to it, just to cover all the bases, because the state is changing the laws and they've actually already done so. So that's all that this is. There's really no other changes to it. It was voted through last year. It's just added medical to it, that's it.
Are there any questions? No questions? I declare the public hearing over. We have a public hearing on a liquor license for Colleen Mercier at Wildwood Saloon located at 17 North Main Street, North Anson.
Okay, Colleen is here. She has filled out a liquor license for the state of Maine. She does meet the requirements that she needed to for the town. She'll have to meet more requirements once she opens up for like the fire marshal and that kind of stuff. But for the liquor license, she has done so. And she's, it's malt and wine, right? So beer and wine, not mixed drinks. So she's applied for that, and she has met all the guidelines on it so far.
Are there any questions, comments?
So this is not for mixed drink, this is not for alcohol?
It is for wine and beer.
Wine and
For
beer.
wine and beer?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the liquor license that she's filed.
Any other questions?
Yeah. Will you ever try to apply for the mixed drinks?
Will I ever? I have no desire to.
Okay,
It's too much trouble.
okay.
Either way, you'd have to see me again. But I have no desire to, as well as the food and COVID has changed a lot of things.
Okay.
Anything else? Declare the public hearing over. And
So,
we will vote on that when we get into regular session. Number 3 is minutes of February 9th.
Make a motion to accept the minutes of February 9th? Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 5-0. Warrants.
Make a motion to sign warrant? Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 5-0. Department heads, chief.
Well, not too much. We had a structure fire today at the Mendon up on 39 Ginger Lane. Somebody's garage caught on fire. It was a total loss, but did what we could do, saved the house from catching fire, and we had an alcohol. Everybody worked well together. Otherwise than that, I'm sure it'll make the headlines either tonight at midnight or tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning. Everybody can hear about it, but no fatalities. A couple people had slight burns, but nothing severe. But all outside than that, everything's great. Nothing's changed.
Questions for the chief?
Don't know what started it? Not yet.
No idea. Fire marshal's supposed to be there tomorrow. They were busy today, obviously, with the Lincoln fire, the fatality up there. But they're gonna come tomorrow and do some investigating, but nothing looks suspicious, nothing out of the ordinary. So
Thank you. Artie?
We visited the storms here. We had a truck that went down the last storm. First it was a spinner, and this morning loaded main hydraulic hose. That's all I've been doing. The grader, I started pushing, setting shoulders today, and the wing wasn't acting right, so I had Rick come down and look at it. The controls was off, and he ended up having to swap the wires and stuff around. But he said he thinks it's a computer on the hydraulics is going. So he was going to call Chad with Bayross today and see if he couldn't find out something from them. But I guess they can use it. It's just we had to swap the wire around so the controls don't do what they used to do. Everything's different now. So, but it's not the valve and it's not the lever. He thinks it's the computer, so I don't know better that probably next meeting, because he should have an answer by then, I hope. But we've had some issues with the public and mailboxes to the point where I called the sheriff's department because I'm tired of getting trapped. And when I talked to the state, and I'm doing everything the same protocol that they have. The mailboxes where it's supposed to be, we hit it, we take care of it, we fix it. But when they're a foot and a half, 2 feet in the wind, and you meet a vehicle, you take the mailbox, and I talked to the state guy from Dixfield, and I told him, I said, most of our problems are on state roads. I said, and the guys can't stay on the other side of the yellow line. He said, absolutely. You're supposed to be on your own side of the road, on the one side of the yellow line. So this one gentleman got messaged with me. I talked to Dan about it. It went on for quite a while, and I kept explaining to him. So then I had enough of it. So I called the sheriff's department, and the sheriff took him, and I sent him all the messages that the guy took and sent me. And he did the paperwork. Said if anything takes place from here on out, it's all documented. So, but his advice to me was, if he complains or gets in contact with me again, I need to refer him to the selectmen, but you guys handle it. Because the last comment he gave me, he's pretty belligerent, the language he was using, which that don't bother me. But he told me I could take the paperwork and stick it up my effing, you know what, and he wasn't going to do anything. I got pictures of we took the truck up there, set the truck where it's supposed to be. When it's snowing out, you can't take and see the tip of your wing. So sometimes you do take it. This was in broad daylight, when you can see the yellow line. That's one of the mailboxes. That's the other mailbox. And if the guy, when he hit it, he swung out around it to avoid it. He was crowding the yellow line. He was over the yellow line. There was a car coming the other way, and the car wouldn't give him no room. The guy stayed right there at the yellow line, wouldn't budge. So he cut back, and he ended up hitting the post of the mailbox. So I went up and looked at it, and he took him before I had a chance to do anything, because it was late in the afternoon, and I knew we weren't home or anything. Why? That's when he started messaging me, and I knew it weren't no sense going down and try to reason with him. So I took him, left the paperwork at his house, because his father was home, but he didn't come to the door. So I stuck it in his door and told him. He took him. And we had a guy that came to the garage. I was downstairs and getting parts, and he was just like a little band rooster when he came through the door because his mailbox had got hit. And I went and explained it to him, and after I explained it to him, he was okay, but this other guy, he's not. So, this spring, if we hit one now, I will take care of it now, but this spring, when the snow starts going, things start warming up, I'm gonna go over each route. I'm gonna pack the truck on the yellow line where it's supposed to be. If the mailbox is inside the wing, I'm gonna take and I did up a ladder damage, took and read it about the safety of our drivers and safety of the public, why the mailboxes can't be there. And I give them that, and I give them the paperwork from the postal service that DOT has about where you're supposed to put the mailbox, how high it's supposed to be, the guidelines. And I'm gonna ask them if they could take and get the mailbox put back, because it's not safe for the driver, other than coming traffic. That's it for that, and that's all I got. The pump station hours are down, running normal for this time of year. They dropped almost 2 hours last week. A bucket load of bids. I had 3 more places that took and give me bids, and I got one that's coming. He took and give me a photo of the phone, but he's supposed to give it in writing, because I told him I didn't want that way. And then I got a contractor that asked if he could take and buy it outright after the lease was up. And he's supposed to come look at it, see what he'll take, give us for it, so. And one of the loaders that have got the bid in, boy, that price would be pretty close to what we're looking at for the lease, so. It's looking better.
So you'll have something by town meeting?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll load up. Was it last week? Yeah, last Monday. I'll load went down. I called up John Deere. And it was, they said that they couldn't get a mechanic up here right then, because they had 8 pieces of equipment in front of me that need to be fixed. I said, well, that's our key piece of equipment that's snowing right now. No, couldn't do anything, so I called up Frank Martins, because they wanted us to try one of their loaders out, so I called their salesman. He said, yep, go right down, so I went down, that's why I had that orange, if anybody see me plowing with the orange by the quarter. Because they had other shoes, and I loaded it down for the whole week. And it ended up being the valve on the deck tank that's supposed to stop it circulating, or the deck fluids are going to be overheated. The guy was a day and a half figuring out what it was, but that's all fixed now, so. I think that's it.
Any questions for road commissioner?
So why were these 2 mailboxes, these are the 2 mailboxes that got knocked over? They got damaged, these 2? So why were they an issue this time? Was it this storm that it happened?
No,
Okay, so it appears that the
Last
plow's been
week.
going out around him, and it appears that he's plowing in deeper than what he has in the past,
I
so.
put him in there like that, so you guys could see how close the mailboxes are to the road where they're not supposed to be. I directed him to stay on the yellow line and pull up like that,
Okay, so,
but he's been going out around them.
the way the snowbank is in these pictures, you've been going out around it.
Right, but there was that one time that the guy, he took him in a path, he couldn't stay on his own,
So,
over the yellow line on the wrong side of the road.
so to go around him, you had to cross the other line.
Yeah, he's gotta be 2 feet over the yellow line.
And it just happened that it's never been an issue before with these 2 mailboxes.
Yeah.
These are the only 2 that are an issue.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the guy that's being the belligerent one was one, if you guys remember 2 years ago, we had all that snow, 3 years ago. And I told you about the guy that landed in my dooryard on a Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
This is him.
And then he puts his mailbox back in the same spot.
Mhm.
Good. All set? Thank you. Amy?
Do we want to do the license now?
So we're going to vote on the liquor license. Motion to approve.
Sure, I make a motion to approve liquor license for Colleen Mercier and Wildwood Saloon.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 5-0.
If you want to stop in tomorrow, Colleen, and I'll give you a complete copy of everything, so then you can take it to the state and file it with the state.
Thank you.
So are you online? So I can look at the menu or?
What's that?
Are you online? Do you have a website?
No, not yet.
Facebook page?
No, this is only step one. I still
Okay, all
have
right.
so much more to do.
I'm not concerned with the alcohol, the liquor, I just want to fill up the food.
I'd be lucky to get a hot dog out of me.
Popcorn.
Chili dog.
So when do you expect to open, I guess?
I asked for the inspection to be June 1st because I have the master plumber in there now. I don't want to turn on the water till spring. Obviously, don't want to heat a building so I don't have pipe shattering. It's taken me 4 years. I'm really in no hurry.
Well, good luck.
Thank you very much. I hope you, if you have a chance, if you see my vehicle out there, please walk in and check it out anytime you want. I'm pretty, I've enjoyed doing it. It's been a lot of work.
Tam's been telling us about it for
It's so
2
nice.
years now, and I keep saying, listen, there's nothing going on there.
I work 60 to 72 hours a week,
Yeah.
so I've only done this in my free time
Yeah.
when I'm not doing taxidermy. You're gonna find a lot of taxidermy in there because I display all my work.
Your Halloween decorations were great, but I
And then I
didn't
took
see
pictures.
anything else going on
I
there.
only had 6 trick-or-treaters and I bought 9 pounds of candy.
It'll be different this year.
I hope so.
Me too.
No bars are open right now anyway, so I filed the paperwork for my brother's birthday, just for good luck, because I lost him 8 years ago. I just finally just want to wrap it up and finish it. Who knows when we'll actually get to open.
Well, we can't wait.
Okay.
Well, thank you. Anytime, stop in.
So just come in tomorrow, I'll have everything ready.
Excellent, thank you.
And it's great something's opening up here, it's fantastic.
I hope so.
Fantastic.
I hope so. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
So the next thing I have is the animal shelter contract, which is in the budget and everything, but usually Arnold signs it. So I'm assuming you guys will want to sign it.
A motion for me to sign these.
So
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 5-0.
just like Artie, I've had lovely complaints, public complaints also on the, what was it, Madison Community page. A gentleman decided to put on the event, he called the town office and we didn't give him any information on a piece of property he was looking at, which that was not true. Not sure why that complaint went out like it did. After I got wind of it, Brenda gave me wind of it, he messaged me, because I asked if there was anything I could do type thing, because I talked to the both girls in the office and they were like, I don't know what you're talking about. So he messaged me, I asked him when he actually called the office, he told me in the fall, so I'm not sure why the complaint was coming now. He said the town office gave him a number, and it was a wrong number. The town office does not have that number, so we never gave a number, doesn't have the number we got. I did research the property, I even asked Artie where the property was, type thing, to make sure I'm looking at the right one, to give him information. It belonged to a trust. I will say in the personal message, he had already told me that it was a trust before I even researched it, so we already had the information on the property. And then there was comments going back and forth, why didn't the town give him the information, we're probably not collecting taxes on it, it's probably embezzlement, it's so on and so on. Just because I guess people decide they want to make a big thing out of nothing.
I think Facebook too, by the way.
Oh, I'm bad, yeah, I'm sure, well, that's what I saw. I will say, Scott LaHaye had put a post, he Googled the trust because I posted everything right on the page so they could all see what the town had for info. And they Googled it and that's where they got the number from. So I explained to the gentleman, I don't know why you think you got a number from the town office, because we don't have their number. I can give you the address where the taxes go, I can tell you the taxes have been paid, I can tell you, gave him a copy of the deed, I gave him a copy of the tax bill, gave him everything the town has, I gave him a copy of the map. I mean, it took me like 5 minutes to do so. But he already had the information before I even gave it to him. So I just wanted to let you guys know, I have no idea why that was going on, and then you have people chiming in, saying that we double charged people. I spoke to that lady, that had to do with her closing, and at the time she bought the property, they didn't prorate her taxes. Nothing to do with the town. I've explained that to her more than once. She says that they never got a lien. I can put my fingers on her liens in about 1 minute flat in the book. I didn't post a copy of the lien because I just chose not to argue with people. I have no idea why they're coming out of the woodworks for something that is not true.
So this is a separate complaint?
It was in the same thing, but they all got arguing with each other because one's bashing, the other one's bashing, I guess. But I do have all the documents, and we are organized, I can pull it, and
Well, I came in
the person that said that they didn't get the lien signed the certified mailer. So, I don't know what else to say for the town, I'm not gonna argue with these people, but I just wanna make you guys aware, because you guys wanna know if there's complaints. I will tell you, there's nothing to those complaints, I can show you what we have. I don't know, I don't really know these people, but it is what it is, so.
Well, there's people that live for that.
Oh,
They
yeah.
live anything about the government or they think up something or they hear something and they just add on and add on and add on.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Conspiracy theories everywhere. They got nothing else to do.
I don't wanna be part of the conspiracy theory, but I just wanna make you guys aware of it, because I'm sure people see it, and
because
I have nothing to hide.
When I
I
came
don't,
in-
I'll show them right what I have for info, and I'll give
I
it to you.
asked her, and she pulled it right out. It was like,
Oh,
I went and pulled the book, and there it is.
and Tammy didn't know when I was coming in, and it was,
So, I don't know, but that's part of, I guess, trying to diffuse people that believe something that is not true.
there's a lot of that.
So you guys all have your audit.
Yep.
So you guys all have a copy of it, so you can read it and enjoy it if you want. It went fine, but just, there it is. I have 2 supplemental bills. Roger was here yesterday. He had not taxed Daryl and Corey Partridge on a house that Corey Partridge built, I guess, for 2 years. So he didn't tax it in 2019 and 2020, okay? This come about because they were refinancing the house and the bank called, and like, we only have a valuation of the land. So, he went out and there's a house. So, there's 2 supplemental bills, for those taxes. And they are aware of them. I talked to, I believe it's Corey's girlfriend or wife today also.
So we need a motion to sign the supplemental tax bills?
Yep.
For
second.
Partridge?
Moved and seconded, further discussion? Did they make out, building permit? application?
They did, and they had filled out a homestead, and he was holding on to it, because it's weird, it's in Daryl and Corey's name, and it was like a split off a piece of land, so I don't know if the assessor just didn't realize there was a house going on that, because they split this piece of land, it sounds like more than once. But the assessor missed it for sure, so.
All those in favor?
The planning board met last night regarding CMP. They had another meeting that some of the planning board members were not real happy with. Mark Jordan come in today and gave me his letter of resignation. Said he just couldn't handle the things. He's been on the board for 14 years and he's coming off it. So we're gonna need to appoint someone else. I have a couple of people in mind, but I will let you know soon, but if you guys wanna read that. It's unfortunate because he's very good, local guy. We're getting ready for town meeting, phone's been ringing off the hook, they wanna know where the town reports are, they wanna know when we're meeting. Town reports will hopefully be in by this Friday, which is legally what we're supposed to be doing. So when we get those, people will welcome to come and get them, we'll have them at town meeting. We're still meeting, at Garrett Skank. I do have a backup plan going. I don't think we're gonna need it, but we'll see how many show up, I guess. I don't know if you guys are aware, but Ralph Whitney is in the hospital. He's gonna have a triple bypass. So Charlotte is my warden, so she's not gonna be warden this year. So I'll be changing that, but just wanted to let you guys know that. She won't be warden this year, because of that. And Bill is gonna be the moderator, so that's all taken care of. Oh, I didn't know, I know we had talked about having a meeting for the haulers. Did we want, did you want to do that right off, or you still want me to wait for a plan coming through?
When we get past town meeting.
Okay.
Get that off your plate.
I had a call, I've had a few calls, so I called MMA today, and Phil Madden was one of them, called me yesterday about doing a Second Amendment sanctuary for the town of Anson, to bear arms. So, and that's because it's hit the paper, there's a few towns in Maine that have done it. I called MMA because I didn't know what that entailed, and I did tell Phil I would research it. What would need to happen is a petition would need to happen. It would then come to you guys, and then you guys would put it out to a town vote. There is no, it's not going to change any legal status by doing it. It's not going to change the Constitution by doing it. It's just more of a symbolic thing, just kind of like what the news said, this is what your community feels and this is how they feel, just kind of like with CNP corridor. This is how they feel. I don't know how the board feels, but I'm just telling you it could be coming.
But he has to do his paperwork first.
Yeah, there would have to be a petition, you have to have so many signatures on it, and then it would come from the board. And then the board would, I guess, put it to a town vote if that's what they chose to. Is what MMA told me. It's called a resolution. There's no legal binding thing to it, except it's more symbolic that the community feels this way.
It's to enforce the Second Amendment?
Yep. Saying they have the right to bear arms. So I just want to make you guys aware of it, that they've called. I don't know where that will go anywhere or not, but I want to make you aware of that in case you hear people talking or whatever, or maybe nothing will become of it, but that is, I did get that phone call. And we did get the quote for the truck, for his truck, and we did do the finance, and they called me today. So if it is approved at town meeting, then that will go forward with Artie's pickup truck. So that's all set to go. So just, you guys can look at it if you want. I just want it back. Other than that, I guess that's all I have. Yeah, that's all I have. It's been a crazy week.
Questions? No. Selectmen concerns? public session.
Well, I guess I should point out, this is probably John's last meeting.
No,
What?
John.
you have to be there at the meeting.
Well, you're coming, yeah, but last selectmen's meeting.
This is last official capacity.
Do you resign?
He's not.
We didn't run it, is that?
Oh, I didn't know that you were up.
Yeah.
Good.
Larry's running with us.
Larry's ready.
There's one.
Larry's ready for a speech.
So John, I.
Oh, in due
So I
time.
can take tag out of here, you can have that.
Oh, okay.
I need the frame, but you can take it.
about four of these times, so.
So we'll give you another one.
And you can, I think that dirty old folder too.
Okay.
Wow, end of an era?
Hmm?
End of an era.
End of an
So
era,
how long have you been?
12 years.
Wow.
That's 12 years longer than I thought I'd get now. I would have been around last time.
Yes, yes.
Talk to me.
Thank you very much for serving the town. You've done a good job.
That's fine.
Really
Sometimes.
appreciate it.
Sometimes.
It's interesting sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I make a motion to adjourn.